stop me. Links is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match me.
Smoove Boxing TV, the best boxing show in Las Vegas, covering all the major fights, bringing you guys insights on everything from the money line, analysis, insights, and of course, we're going to touch on finance, men's mental health, and just personal success tips that, you know, are helping us grow every day. So without further ado, before we get started, Fresh, how you feeling today, baby?
Feeling good, ready to go. First day on the scene, ready to make a scene.
Let's get it. All right, so before we start, you know, we wanted to it's a hot topic right now, so we wanted to touch on it and continue to touch on it, you know, as much as we can, knowing that as men, you know, at the end of the day, we got each other, and we need to support each other as much as we can, give each other tips. It's not easy out here. You know, it's a lot to have to do. We have to be providers at the end of the day. So
as men, we got to endure, you know what I mean? It's just like,
that too.
You can't, when it comes to us, you know, they don't, whatever you got going on, you gotta put that cape on, you know what I mean? Put that mask on and just handle it, you know, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here.
Something that helped me last week. You know, I had you got your days. You know, you got your good days, you got your bad days. And last weekend, I was having one of those bad days where, you know, I was just struggling to stay disciplined.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of people tell you just take it one day at a time. But you know, it's a quick little tip. You know, sometimes you got to take it 1 hour at a time, my guy. You literally got to say, yo, this next hour, I'm a win against my own mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a win against my own brain. And you win that hour, you don't make that call. You know, don't do
also,
that thing.
Anything great that ever happened, you have to start. You know what I mean? So everything, if you're changing something, you got to just start. Everybody starts somewhere, you know. So it's just a journey. You got to just embrace and just take it day by day. Life is a roller coaster, ups and downs.
So hope that helped anybody. Take it 1 hour at a time, my guy. Try to win the next hour. Just try to win the next hour. Don't make that call. Don't call your ex. Not yet. Don't do it. Just don't do it. So we're
off the deep end.
All right, we're gonna start this show off with Anthony Joshua.
I'm very disappointed in that, man. I mean, he just really laid an egg, man. Like he got everything you need as a heavyweight. All the tools, just it wasn't enough.
You know,
but listen, Usyk he did his thing. You know, what I mean, he showed pure boxing skill, the sweet science. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me. So
some people got Joshua winning. There's some YouTubers out there. There's some people out there that got him winning. You know,
that's crazy.
75.
They delusional.
I don't know. But what I like to say about the fight, you know, it just showed levels. Truthfully, more importantly, my favorite round was the 10th round. You know, Joshua almost had him out of there in the ninth.
Yeah, he was on him, man. But he wouldn't go to the body. He didn't like getting hit to the body, and he wouldn't continue to go there. So it's like you see what he doesn't like. Why don't you capitalize on that? You know?
I think he tried. I think he tried, but he didn't. He should have started earlier. Really, it was the case. He really should have started earlier. He discovered late in the fight that Usyk don't like it to the body.
Yeah, well, the thing is too, he had a lot of movement going on. Usyk was moving. He was doing his thing in there.
It's tough, but really the what impressed me were the championship rounds. You know, he came in that 10th round after he was hurt in the ninth. Man, he put a boot in his ass. I don't know if did you see that?
Yeah, I see.
Like, I mean, he hit him but everything but the turnbuckle. Like if it was wrestling. I mean, he put the beats. I mean, he was moving, grooving, combinations, jab. I mean,
yeah, but he was
switching on him.
He was like that the whole fight. He just, you know, he finished strong, you know. And you got to give him a lot more credit. Him coming up as cruiserweight. This dude Joshua was knocking people out. Like, don't take him as like he was taking punches that. Give him his just due, because you know what I'm about to touch on next. Tyson Fury.
Well, let's talk about it then. So Usyk at the end of the fight called out Tyson Fury immediately. As you know, Tyson Fury is retired from the game, and we all know he'll fight again. It's gonna be a big check, big check. But we know them Saudis.
They're gonna make it happen.
We know them Saudis got the money, and they're gonna make it happen. You know, more importantly, I think we haven't had one. I think the last
17, 18.
The last unified, undisputed heavyweight we had was Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis was the last one, yeah.
Lennox Lewis.
And he already made a post on Instagram saying that, guys, talking about Usyk and Fury, like, this is the time, give it to the fans, you know what I mean? They deserve it. It's been that long. So
my boy Lennox.
He was a beast.
Lennox Lewis was a complete beast.
But I think Fury's going to go into this thinking, this guy's small, I'm going to just manhandle him. I think he's going to take the fight. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. It's not like he's got to fight Wilder again, you know what I mean? Like,
I tell you what, you can't count the Joker out. I'm going to start calling him the Joker. But you just can't.
After I seen him, I'm not counting him out at all. I think he has a great chance, honestly.
You can't count Usyk out. He's just it's mentally. It's the fight game is 80% meant to win.
Absolutely. He's locked in.
He's locked in, man. He's different.
And he got skills. He got skills that he's coming up that like a middleweight or a cruiserweight have at heavyweight, and that's just going to be hard. That's hard for them to deal with because they're used to just big dudes moving slow. This guy's slipping. Dipping. Coming off angles. Like, what you gonna do with that? Right? So
switching.
That's what it is.
He might be getting some pointers from his boy Vasily. I mean, they're both Ukrainians. So Lomachenko got the man. Did you see at the end
of the fight that Joshua was telling him, like, respect me as a man? You didn't see that?
I saw something like that. He threw the belts or whatever.
He lost his mind at the end of that one, by the way. Y'all didn't see that? He definitely went a little crazy. But, I mean, like I say, I think that he was just a lot of bottled up emotions when you put a lot of effort into something. And I'll give you all a little back end about me. I used to do powerlifting. So when I used to go to an event, man, if I don't show out, I'm upset. So I can understand and respect where he's coming from because that's tough. I mean, he just lost to a cruiserweight. Now he's probably feeling like less of a man.
I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to take. I think it'll take him a while to kind of unwind and think about what happened. And at the end of the day, I think he'll be happy that he showed out. He gave a good performance, and we'll see what's next. We still want to see him.
His career is definitely not over. He can still fight Wilder. He can still do a lot.
And he can see Usyk later on down the line too. You gotta understand, Joshua's young.
And the thing with him, he should slow his career down. They've been throwing him in there with just big dogs. And when he won all the belts, he won them individually. He didn't win them all in one shot. Like, he beat people. He's good, but I think he needs to just go back to the drawing board, rebuild his craft a little bit, and come back bigger and better.
All right. So,
what's going on?
The money fight, the trilogy, the one we all want to see.
Listen.
Let me tell you right now, fight month. It's pretty live here in Vegas, and it's been kind of quiet. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm expecting a big turnout, man. Like I say, with Canelo, obviously we know he has skills. He's great, but he just got exposed by B-Ball. And they say every great fighter, I know Triple G's getting old, but they always have that one last one in him. And I'm hoping he brings it out again and just puts it on him because I'm just going for Triple G at this point. Canelo, the way he unified 168, you know what I'm saying? We know that was handpicked. They were all handpicked. You know what I mean? That wasn't no real talent.
I mean, you can't. You got to give him his, though. He
did his thing, but I'm saying, like, the level of opposition wasn't A1.
This is what I'll say about that. A lot of it has to deal with him himself, Canelo, being a superstar. Floyd always says, not to quote Floyd, but he always says, it's what you do under the lights that count, right?
Absolutely.
And Billy Joe, come on, Billy Joe. I've seen Billy Joe fight like beat guys good guys, whoop them with just boxing, and he was doing well against Canelo, but he was jittery, he was off, and it was because the moment was big.
You got to think the moment was big, and this too. You got to think once he cracked him with that shot before that, he was starting to open up, like he was starting to put hands on Canelo.
Yeah,
but hey,
the moment was
big.
Take
nothing from Canelo. He's great. He did his thing. He beat Plant. He beat
Plant. Why he beat Plant? Because the moment was big, and Plant was being a fan as well. He was going to beat him regardless.
He's in there talking to him. Hey, what you think about my skill? Nah, come on, man.
Right. So I say all that to say you gotta give him his. He took it. He did what he was supposed to do at 168, and now first press conference. You want to react to that? My reaction to that is that he had a look in his eye and then he said that he wasn't going to be happy unless he put him down.
Fights, man, all that tough stuff in there. Listen, you're going against Gennady. Gennady, how you say it? Triple G Golovkin. You know what I mean?
That's your boy.
Like I say, man, he's a monster in there. You know what I mean? All that. He was just standing there.
Golovkin ain't look good his last couple fights.
Yeah, but that's why I say I'm hoping he can. You know what I mean?
You want him to turn the clock back.
Absolutely. I need him from 2016. That's what I would like to see.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see what he can do. Like I say, it's going to be a good fight overall. Everybody's saying Canelo by the knockout, but I just think his will and his heart's too big to get knocked out. If he beats him, he beats him. He's going to earn it. He's going to earn it.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be a good one. I think he is going to turn the clock a little bit.
And y'all don't sleep on that fight. I'm telling you, don't overlook it. It's going to be a brawl. I think it's going to be a brawl.
Triple G is plus 350.
That's crazy.
350 plus 350. They don't have anything else right now going, but plus 350. It's okay. It's okay.
They just
it's okay. We'll see. I think we'll know more fight week. You know what the money lines are looking like, but right now the plus 350 is I don't know. You taking that?
I'm taking that.
You taking that?
I'm putting 200 on that.
Okay.
And I would say, and with the rounds, I think it will go over 10 if they have it. I don't know. We don't know what that line is, but if it's going to be 10 rounds, like, stoppage under or over, I say over 10 because I don't think nobody's getting stopped. Because Triple G got a chin of, like, iron. Like, you hit him with the kitchen sink, he's still coming, so it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I don't think he's going to knock Canelo out either. But who knows? I mean, these guys got bad blood and it can get ugly.
We're expecting fireworks. The city's going to be on fire. You've never been in Las Vegas on fight week.
Yeah, you don't want to miss a TV. You know, it's
a lot of fun.
It's an event. It's not like just a fight. Everything, they have boxing. They have things going on around the fight that make it this. It's just a great experience. And if you've never been to it, I think you should experience it once in your life.
For sure. All right, Charles. Let's get into this. Talk about Shakur. Shakur Stevenson with some Robson.
Jersey in the building.
Conceicao.
Jersey, stand up. We from Jersey, by the way. We live in Vegas.
From Newark, fighting in Newark, homecoming, September 23rd. What do you think about the fight?
I think that people are sleeping on this other dude. He's a Olympic gold medalist from the same crew that Stevenson went to the Olympics with. He won the gold. So, like I said, you can't underestimate him. And I think that Shakur Stevenson has the skills. And, I think if he comes prepared, which he is, I know he's going to come ready. I think he's just going to outclass him, outpoint him. I mean, he's just getting better and better. I was at his last fight, so, I seen that. It was just a masterpiece. Just boxing clinic, literally. Just move, stick. I mean, this dude couldn't do nothing with him. He came with the Mexican style, and they can't do nothing with him. He's just too elusive. He can move good. He can hit. And he's slipping in. He's in there swimming without getting wet.
Shakur's my favorite fighter. he really makes top level opponents, look super regular. And this guy is strong. This guy, he Xavier Martinez, his last fight, he won that. He took his O from Xavier Martinez. And I like Xavier Martinez. He's got skills. But it's something about Robson. I forgot how you pronounce his name. Robson.
I'm not going to discredit him at all. I just think that at this point in time right now, Shakur is just too big, too strong, and just too slick for them guys at 130. If he's going to run into any trouble, it would be anything at 135 and 140. But
I'm excited to see him actually handle this guy because the guy looks strong. He lost that one fight. And people saying he got robbed. Okay. So I want to see how Shakur can handle him. He's really strong physically.
Shakur's been dealing with the lights a little bit better. So this is going to be another day in the gym for him. He's going to pull up and just show up. So I think that he'll be more relaxed. I think he'll be more composed. The guy's going to come to fight, but I say Shakur, he might either late stoppage or just, unanimous decision. That's my guess.
Shakur, he said in his last interview I seen, he said that he's not really interested in unifying 130 or being undisputed. He said he just wants to get one more belt and then move up to 135, which, we'll talk about him later. But Devin Haney, he's saying he probably got one or two more fights in him, then he's going to 140. So basically leaving the belts for him, and then he's going to want to
eventually meet somewhere higher up. You know what I mean?
We'll see. I don't know how far Shakur can go. He's got a good size, but I don't know. I always scared about little guys like that and the power really moving up with them. He got the skills, but will the power move up with him?
Yeah, well, Devin Haney shouldn't be moving nowhere then if that's the case, because he got pillows for hands.
Hey.
Much respect. Much love to Devin Haney. Them skills are sharp, though. So I'm just saying, you ain't got no puncher power right now. But hopefully, as you grow as a fighter, the power
Undisputed. Some respect on that man's name.
My guy, let's talk about it. This rematch that nobody wants to see against Kambosos. Like I say, man, how did he even, how did the boxing gods allow this to happen? He just got outclassed completely. I mean, he lost every round. I mean, it was a rematch clause, of course, yes, but
they got him. I mean, they were smart. They got him. They knew Devin Haney would do anything for the fight
to get the belts. Yeah.
To get the belts.
So he gets another crack at him, and like I said, you take your crack, you're gonna get outclassed again. I think he's gonna put his foot on the gas and try to stop him this one because he already has no respect for him as far as skills wise. He knows he can do whatever he wants with him. He was hooking off the jab. He was doing everything off the jab. I mean, that was.
But he has to be careful.
Of course, yeah.
He has to be careful. So Will Kambosos. The question is, will Kambosos take a chance? You know, will he go try to go for the knockout early, or just he has to try something different? So will Devin Haney capitalize on that?
I think he made a mistake when I was watching the fight, how he was trying to box with Devin Haney. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is Devin Haney, like a masterclass boxer, and you're trying to box with him. Like, you should have been brawling. You should have brought the fight to him, bulldog style. Hey, you got.
I don't think that works with Haney though. You know,
that bully style.
Yeah, that bully style don't work. His jab is too sharp. Like he could box and move around you.
So then, what can he do? What's your angle on this? Because I say
I'm not a Kambosos fan.
He got nothing.
I just don't know. I mean, he's sneaky. I mean, he's strong. He's really strong physically.
And if you watch that fight, I don't mean to cut you off, but he missed a couple good shots. If they would have connected, the fight could have turned the other way. You know,
right?
A couple hooks, a couple uppercuts. He just barely missed. Devin Haney was just out the way. So.
Right, but I mean, you still got to give him his respect. I mean, he's a fighter. He goes all out there. He tries his best every time.
Yeah, and he beat Teofimo, and I just was at Teofimo's last fight, and let me tell you, Teofimo ain't no joke. So I mean,
we ain't gonna touch on him yet. But you know, we'll see what happens with the fight. We're gonna be watching it. And we're rooting for Devin Haney. You know, we hometown hero, Vegas.
Home
you know, home
you doing
turf.
Anything, keep grinding, bro. We see you shining.
Bringing all the belts back to Vegas, which was a big thing. And we'll see what happens. So more on that money line later, because it's not looking
right now.
good.
You know, the fight's in Australia, and he has to go back out there, and he already did it already. So you know, he's going to come overconfident, and he's going to do his thing. I think he's going to just show out. But
this next one, we got Lomachenko. Vasily is back from the Ukraine. He's back in the States. He's going up against Jermaine Ortiz Jr. and at Madison Square Garden. So he's back at MSG. Big deal. Yeah. I like Loma. I've always been a fan of Loma.
I just love the skills. I'm a fan of boxing. So with the feet, the hands. he's just all around crafty dude. So like he's hard to deal with for anybody. I just say that he's gonna go in there. He's fighting an undefeated fighter. That's
Let's talk about Jermaine. Jermaine Ortiz, he undefeated fighter. He used to spar with Loma before, and people are saying, "Oh, you're beating up on your sparring partners." But truthfully, I seen Jermaine Ortiz's last fight. He took care of Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring is obviously a great, experienced fighter, former world champion.
Jermaine Ortiz.
And he's young, man. He's young. He's strong. Very, very strong, agile. He has a lot of power and a lot of youth on his side. When it comes to dealing with Lomachenko, he looks way bigger than Lomachenko. Way bigger. So the skills of Lomachenko are really going to have to play a part in this.
And we don't know what he's been doing in Ukraine. Obviously, he was at war. Respect to that, But, where's his skills going to be at? How he hasn't been fighting. So, you don't know what to expect from him. But, I expect him to show up, but you never know.
He's going to 2 gold medals.
The art of war. He was literally in the battlefield. He was outside.
For sure. But I'm rooting for Jermaine, man. For some reason, I'm rooting for Jermaine Ortiz. You see, he had the Dominican flag on his shorts, so I'm biased. Okay. But I'm rooting for him, man. I just want to see him put on a good performance. I want to see what he can do against Lomachenko. He's gonna leave it all out there. I'm telling you, the kid is tough. He's gonna leave it all out there. Now I kind of want to see how Lomachenko's gonna be able to deal with his youth and his strength. The kid got popped. He's pretty fast. But Lomachenko's just a master. He's an artist out there, really. He's like just painting on people.
This guy's undefeated, too.
Oh, yeah, he's undefeated, for sure.
26 years old, undefeated.
Yeah, strong. So we'll see. That's happening October 29th, again, Madison Square Garden. That's gonna be on Top Rank ESPN.
Absolutely, and then
so that'll be
once the smoke clears with all these fights, we should be starting to see what's gonna come next for that lightweight division. We haven't touched on the lightweight division, but you guys know it's huge, and I want to see these guys fight each other, man. I want to see these guys fight.
135 is definitely lit.
Yeah.
135 is definitely lit.
I mean, Devin Haney has all the belts now, and you know these guys need to come instead of all this running around with these fake belts and all that. I mean, you need to go for the championship, the real belts. You know what I mean?
Well, the plan is for Devin Haney Kambosos, and then Lomachenko says he wants the belts back. So after Devin Haney Kambosos,
he deserved that.
Then he's gonna fight the winner of them, and you know, which is a legacy fight, I think, for Devin Haney, if he could get the Lomachenko fight, which is something he always wanted.
Beat Lomachenko.
And if he beats Lomachenko, we gonna be Vegas is gonna be on fire that day.
He got the skills to do it, man.
Definitely he got the size more than anything. He got the skills, he got the size. Even though Lomachenko's last fight, I mean, he took care of the Asian guy. Took care of him. He had a lot of length, a lot of size, strong. And he took care of him. Lomachenko, he boxed very well. So size may not be a matter, but Devin Haney got those skills with the size too. So, and you saw, you know, the jab from Teofimo gave Loma trouble.
Oh.
Teofimo was jabbing him in the chest a lot. He was keeping him off balance in the beginning of the fight. He was basically just making him reset a lot. And that's what really got him all them early rounds. You know, that strong jab to the chest.
He did turn up at the end, you know, but it just wasn't enough. You know, he just let too many, and it was because of the power. But you know, the difference with him and Haney is he's not going to be expecting any power from him, so he's going to come. It's going to be a different kind of fight. So
right.
I say we're looking forward to that. We don't mean to get off topic, but you know.
Okay.
Excited.
All right.
That's it.
All right, let's get into this next one. Last one. Everyone's talking about it. It's the main events of all main events.
Come on, man. This is the show of the year. This is the finish of the year show.
You know, this is part one.
Big Fish.
The Big Fish.
I'm just going to let y'all know the Big
versus
Fish.
Bud. I'm the biggest fan of the Big Fish, and that's Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. We don't know the fight date yet. They're saying November. They're saying December.
They're saying the first or second week of November it's going to go down. You know, I think they're going to get.
September, October,
November. I think they're going to get through this Canelo fight because they don't want to take promotion away from this. As soon as the Canelo fight's done, they're going to just jump right into that. I promise you. It'll probably lock.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, you're probably right. They just want to make sure that there's nothing else that could ruin the promotion or the build up to it.
Absolutely.
So you're probably right.
Let Canelo get his shine, and then they got to unify at welterweight. You know what I mean? This is the biggest fight. This is the biggest fight in a long time. This is like, to me, this feels like a Mayweather event. You know what I mean? Like a big like Floyd's fights wasn't fights; they were events. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So and I feel like this is big. Like
the whole city was on fire.
These two guys are undefeated, and come on, they're in their prime. They're ready to go. Like somebody's gonna get their boots cooked in there. Like I just want to see it. I don't want to be biased.